good evening. Okay, so the last time we talked about the great inventions. Okay, so we have here the different inventions that we studied last night. Okay, so we learned about this one. Okay, so the vocabulary and this great inventions. Okay, this one we are finished. The Rejuvenator, the Telehermonium, it's harmonic, it's about music. Okay, the writing ball, which I thought it's like a typewriter. Okay, the Anti-Kythera Mechanism. Okay, so here, okay, actually, you have tried to arrange this verb and that coincide with its adjective. Okay. So way back then, let us read some of those inventions. Okay. First is the Telehermonium, the one that looks like it's a piano. Okay. The Telehermonium was the world's first electronic musical instrument. That one. It was designed by an American Thaddeus Cahill in 1897. Three models of the instruments were built. The first weighed about 7,000 kilograms, and the other two weighed nearly 200,000 kilograms. Music from the instrument was broadcast to people's homes using another new invention, the telephone. For the first time, people could stay at home and listen on their telephones to live music from another part of the country. People loved these concerts, but there were problems. Some telephone users who were not listening to the concert were interrupted by a loud music halfway through their conversation. So by 1914, the world was no longer interested in Philharmonium. Okay. After Scahill's death in 1934, his brother kept one of three models, but in 1962, it was destroyed. No recordings of the music were kept. So Telehermonium and its unique sound have disappeared forever. So that's why, because of the modern technology, we don't have any of this. But we don't know in the big museum if they kept something of this. Okay, next is the Rejuvenator. Okay. The Rejuvenator in the early part of 20th century was a lot of interest in the power of electricity. Okay. That is to cure the medical conditions. A device called the Rejuvenator was invented by British scientist Otto Overbeek in 1925. It was used in the home to treat all kinds of medical problems, including deafness and baldness, and became very popular. It was advertised in newspaper, and members of the public were invited to watch live demonstration in the theaters. So the users placed electrodes, okay, the one we had in the yellow, okay, on any part of their body, and a small electric current was passed through it. It was unclear exactly how the machine worked, but hundreds were sold around the world, and Overbeck became rich. So in 1950s, it was still possible to buy new parts of these machines. But today, they are only seen in museums. So we cannot buy, or it is no longer available in the market. We can find the Rejuvenator of course, in the museum. Okay. Next is the writing ball. The writing ball was invented in 1865 by Rasmus Malling Hansen from Denmark. It was a machine for typing onto paper. Malling Hansen spent a long time working on the design. For example, he made sure all the keys were placed in the best position for typing quickly. The machines even used electricity to make the movement faster. There was one problem. However, you could not see the paper as you were typing. Yeah, so it means you were typing but you cannot see the paper that you were typing. Nevertheless, the writing ball was sold all over Europe, was very successful. So it's just like you're typing but you didn't see, or you did not see what you are typing. So how will you know if you have an error? However, each model was made by hand. Soon, other machines become more popular because they were made in factories and were cheaper. So a new keyboard was developed with keys arranged differently, and this arrangement is now used in phones and computers. So it means the keyboard that we are using right now, or the keyboard that the writing ball supposed to use. Okay, so I mean the one we used. So a new keyboard was developed with keys arranged differently, and this arrangement is now used in phones and computer keyboards all over the world. Even though it's quite quicker to type using the writing ball, the once popular writing ball was forgotten. Yeah, so although the writing ball is quite famous and popular, but nowadays, actually, it was forgotten. No one even using that one up until now. So probably there could be, we can see writing ball in the museum, but not in the market, not in the stores or in the shops. It was totally forgotten. Okay, so that's the writing ball. But please be noticed and remember that the keyboard that we are using now, the arrangement of the keyboard is just the same with the one, I don't know, it's QWERTY pad, okay? So the same with what we are using that one nowadays. So at least we still have the remembrance of these kinds of inventions. Next is the Anti-Kythera Mechanism. In 1901, a ship was discovered at the bottom of the sea near the Greek island of Antikythera. And the ship was an ancient machine. It has been made about 1,900 years earlier in Tubi. So for many years after its discovery, nobody understood exactly what the machine was for. But in 1970, scientists used X-rays to find out its secrets. Amazingly, what they found? They found that the machine was an ancient computer. It had been designed to predict the movement of the sun, the moon, and the planets. It did using more than 30 handmade metal wheels of different sizes. Study of mechanism in 2006 was led by Professor Michael Edmonds from the Cardiff University. He described the device as just extraordinary, the only thing of its kind, and more valuable than Mona Lisa. Imagine? So this kind of invention or discovery was valuable than Mona Lisa. So reconstructions have been made and the device works perfectly. So actually, nobody invented this. It is only being reconstructed. So it means they try to construct it again. So they only seen this in the ship. Okay, and after that, they found out that there would be an amazing thing that this one done. So they tried to reconstruct it. And this is the Anti-Kythera Mechanism. The one who can, okay, predict the movements of the sun, the moon, and the planets. Okay. So actually, we are done with this. Okay, this is the Rejuvenator. The Telehermonium. This is the writing ball, and of course, this one. Okay, so it's just like a clock. Okay, I really thought it's a clock. So this is Anti-Kythera Mechanism. Okay, but nowadays, we're not using this, of course, because we do have some sort of technology that can predict. Okay, so we finished with this one. So this one, okay. You decide, does 6 win? If the sentences below are true, false, or does not say. A T, F, or D, and answer. Okay, so let us have this one. Okay, number one. The telharmonium, okay, the telharmonium was invented before the radio. Okay, what is it? The telharmonium was invented before the radio. Answer is true, correct. Second, Thaddeus Wilhelmine destroyed the final model of his invention before he died? No, he did not destroy it. Okay, so this one, forgot where is it. Okay, next. The Rejuvenator successfully cured deafness and baldness in hundreds of people. Okay, it does not say, it's not actually mentioned in the story. 4. The Rejuvenator was a commercial success, even though it was not clear how it worked. Okay, true, yes, correct. Okay. Okay, number 5, 6, 7, 8. Please continue. Tell is true or false. Okay, so we have here number 5. The writing ball was the first machine that used electricity for typing. Okay, actually it's very good. It does not mention. Okay, 6. Other typing machines were cheaper to make because they were not made by hand. Okay, this is true. Because actually, beforehand, that you use or made it by their own hand, so it's quite expensive. But when the time that it is made in the factory, so what happened? It becomes cheaper. Okay. 7. The Anti-Kythera mechanism was at the bottom of the sea for nearly how many years? That was, it does not mention that it becomes 2 years, 2,000 years. And for about 70 years after it was found, the purpose of the mechanism was not known. Okay, it is true. Okay. For about 70 years after it was found, the purpose of the mechanism was not known. It's true. Okay, correct. Now, so here, you decide which of this invention is the most impressive for you. Okay, you think that or interesting that you think that it's quite amazing. Okay, you give reasons. I am only asking the most impressive or interesting inventions. Okay, Okay, so we have here, the writing ball is the most outstanding, or outstanding invention, in my opinion. Okay, we don't have to spend a lot of time writing the words by hand if we have this machine. Very good, Min. Additionally, because they were produced in a factory, it is less expensive than the alternative machine. Wow, very good. Yes, so exactly. And even me, I like the writing ball. So, but now in today's generation, it is actually the computer. But it's just so uh it just so amazing that we have like this before. So imagine what era is this? So probably that was it's very old now. So if after the before the computer, before the coming of the computer, we also have this typewriter. The typewriter is just like this one, writing ball, but you have to it but actually the I mean the form and the pictures is not like this, because typewriter you will have to put a bond paper and you will gonna type so you can see. In this case you cannot see. It's quite different. Thank you, Min, for this. So here we have still have 3 minutes. 3 minutes more. Let me see if we can have that. So mean we only have 3 minutes left. So uh, we will just add this 3 minutes left on the next week. So at least our lesson will be continued. So at least we will not end up because it's 2 minutes now left. Okay, so I will say goodbye and then I will just add 5 minutes in the next class. Okay, so I will see you on next week. No, not next week, of course. So that will be on Saturday. Okay? Okay, means I will see you on Saturday then. Okay? For now, teacher will say goodbye. Bye, Min.
Bye, teacher.
Okay.